We have one more big thing to do before someone can check out, and that's set up payment. There's not much point building an online store unless you can accept payment. Let's go to the EDD payment settings. We'll go to Downloads, Settings, and then Payment Gateways. In an earlier video, we set our currency under the General Settings tab to US dollars. Make sure you've done that before you set up your payment gateways. Now on this page, we can do a few things. We can turn on and off gateways, we can turn on test mode, we can set a default, and we can display some credit card icons. Notice that there isn't anything here about SSL or HTTPS. Some payment gateways, like Stripe, require you to use HTTPS. And to use HTTPS, you'll need to have an SSL certificate installed by your host. The good news is that in the last couple years, it's become close to free to do so because of Let's Encrypt. Most hosts will have a button that allows you to install this for free in just a few minutes. I use WP Engine for my personal sites, and it took me no more than 10 minutes to set up a free SSL certificate on my site. I went to the site, SSL, and I added a certificate and followed a few directions. And I recommend you do something similar with your host. Google gives you a small SEO boost if you load your entire site in HTTPS, so I always take advantage of that. And you need it to make sure your site is more secure anyway. Every host will have a different interface. Some of them may not have as nice of an interface, but they should at minimum give you some way to install a free SSL certificate. If your host can install the SSL certificate, but they won't actually set it up so it loads automatically in HTTPS, you can do that yourself with a plugin like WordPress HTTPS. You don't have to do this on a local or test website. Most gateways have a test mode you can use that doesn't require HTTPS. And since we're using a test site, that's what we're going to be doing. The interface here is pretty easy to understand. In future videos, we're going to be configuring PayPal as well as Stripe, which we'll have to install. One thing I do want to let you know is there are more than these few options. If you go to the EDD website, you can see an entire list of gateways. And you can filter them by features, currencies, or countries that they work in. So if you need something specific, or if your client wants something specific, you can look through the list here. PayPal and Amazon are free and included in the main plugin. The other gateways are usually premium products that you renew yearly. Before we configure our gateways, I want to change one more thing in the default gateway settings page. I do like to have these little credit card icons on display. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on all of these because between PayPal and Stripe, we will be able to accept MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover, and of course PayPal. If your payment gateway doesn't allow you to accept one of these, you just uncheck it. So let's check them all and see what it looks like on our front end. I'll save these changes and let's go through the checkout process. I'll go to the downloads. Let's go to build your first robot. We can go ahead and add that to our cart. Checkout. I'm going to remove this quickly. Little icons like this are trust signals. They let customers know what they can do as well as make you appear more trustworthy, so I definitely recommend including them.